Tom Homan, our border czar, who talks as if there are rocks in his mouth, seen here, literally indistinguishable from a piece of meat out of a can, was caught bribing or being bribed for $50,000. The FBI caught him on camera, and there's reporting on it now. And this is a really bad week for Tom Homan because not only was he caught being bribed, he was also on Bill Maher yesterday. Now, say what you will about Bill Maher. What I do like is that he exposes these freaks in real time, and he did not let up on Bill Homan. Here he is first being confronted with the fact that they're reporting people who aren't just criminals.
But what we also see is people being just taken away who are just regular day workers. The waitress who worked for 14 years at some coffee shop, and everybody's like, oh, you know what? We voted to get rid of the bad people. You know, the people you were just talking about, but not Carol. What's going on there? Don't you think it's been a little heavy-handed? Don't you think you've picked up a bunch of people who shouldn't be picked up at all? It doesn't seem like it was done with a scalpel.
What I think about every day is, again, we prioritize the worst first, and the numbers show we do it. But I've said from day one, if you're in the country league, you're not off the table.
But what we also...
It has nothing to do with criminals. I mean, we knew this going into the election and out of it, that they were going to just deport anyone and everyone in order to meet the numbers they had tried to meet the numbers that they said they wanted to meet of deportations. But now we do know that obviously they're not deporting the worst among us. They're deporting hardworking people who are trying to make a better life for themselves. And he actually got caught up too in a lie, because he was asked about the fact that they said that, you know, there's this ongoing thing that Joe Biden allowed 10 million people into the United States, which is not true. But that is the number they go with. The thing is, Donald Trump changed that number when he was in England over this past week. And so Tom Homan got confronted with the fact that his boss changed the story.
You said it was 10 million that came under Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Trump in England said today it was 25.
No, 25 illegally here in the United States.
You said it was 10 million.
That's pretty fast. That was a fast rebuttal from him. But yeah, Donald Trump, 25 million people here are illegal. That's what they're saying. That would be almost 10% of the country. That's just not true. It's just not true. But what is true is that Tom Homan, our border czar, was caught on camera taking a bribe in order to promise government contracts. And what we're learning now is that the Trump administration and the FBI, led by Kash Patel, after finding out about these charges, just got rid of him. Just got rid of him when they found out that Tom Homan was being investigated for these bribes. Here are the pertinent bits. Now, this is from MSNBC, so we will see how long until MSNBC gets attacked by this administration for reporting that actually is a check on this administration. And before we get into this too, I just want to say thank you to this reporter. Let's name the reporter, Carol Lenning and Ken Delanian. Thank you for this reporting, because it is not often that we're actually getting investigative reporting that is critical of this administration. So thank you for being critical of the Trump administration, which I wish was happening more with corporate media, but I'm glad it's happening here. This is super important that we know this stuff, that we know what's going on. So thank you all for doing that. And if you're liking this video, please do hit like and do subscribe while you're here. Okay, now here's the pertinent bits. In an undercover operation last year, the FBI recorded Tom Homan, now the White House border czar, accepting $50,000 in cash after indicating he would help the agents who were posing as business executives win government contracts in a second Trump administration, according to multiple people familiar with the probe and internal documents reviewed by MSNBC. I think Tom Homan is worth, he's worth about $10 million. $10 million, which is not billions. It's not hundreds of millions. It's a lot of money. It's a lot. It's certainly enough to live comfortably for the rest of your life. $50,000 in cash. That's all it takes. $50,000. If you're going to be bribed, at least like shoot for the stars. 500,000. You know, $1 million. Have some dignity with the crimes you're committing. $50,000. Why not just go to CVS and steal some deodorant while you're at it? It's so petty. Anyways, the FBI and the Justice Department plan to wait to see whether Homan would deliver on his alleged promise once he became the nation's top immigration officials. But this is the important part. The case indefinitely stalled soon after Donald Trump became president again in January. According to 6 sources familiar with the matter, in recent weeks, Trump appointees officially closed the investigation after FBI Director Kash Patel requested a status update on the case, 2 of the people said. So I don't know what is it called? Like when you, I can't remember the phrase of what it's called. Like when you commit a crime, you can only do it for a certain amount of time, or you can only prosecute for a certain amount of time. And then if the time is up, you can no longer do it. I don't know what the length is for this sort of crime, but my hope is if we ever get into power again, we can bring these charges back up and get these sons of bitches. It's unclear what reasons FBI and Justice Department officials gave for shutting down the investigation, but a Trump Justice Department appointee called the case, quote, a deep state probe in early 2025, and no further investigative steps were taken, the sources say. There's more that says, in a statement provided, these are the statements. This is Kash Patel and Attorney General Todd Blanche, Deputy Attorney General. This matter originated under the previous administration, was subjected to a full review by FBI agents and Justice Department prosecutors. They found no credible evidence of any criminal wrongdoing. Well, we'll see about that. If we get a Democrat in office again, we'll see about that. White House Deputy Press Secretary Abigail Jackson said it was a political investigation with which no evidence of illegal activity is yet another example of how Biden Department of Justice was. No, Biden did not oversee the Justice Department like Donald Trump is. Biden allowed them to be independent as they should be. He wasn't telling the FBI or the DOJ who or what to investigate. They did that all on their own, as it should be. And now we actually have a weaponized Department of Justice and FBI. It's totally upside down. Now, they go on to say here, Tom Homan has not been involved in any contract award decisions. He is a career law enforcement officer and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Interestingly, Tom, as you can see here, did not reply to requests for comments. Oh, I wonder why. Undercover FBI agents, this is a little bit about what happened, posing as contractors, communicated and met several times last summer with a business colleague who introduced them to Homan and with Homan himself, who indicated he would facilitate securing contracts for them in exchange for money once he was in office, according to documents and the people familiar with the case. On September 20th, 2024, with hidden cameras recording the scene at a meeting spot in Texas, Homan accepted $50,000 in bills, according to an internal summary of the case and sources. That is illegal. Now, what is MAGA saying about this? They're saying that it was like entrapment. No, that's not what it is, actually. This is illegal, and anyone else would have been prosecuted. It says here, the criminal case against Homan for conspiracy to commit bribery based on recording him accepting cash and his apparent promise to assist with contracts, according to 4 people familiar with the probe. Homan could have been charged with a crime then, legal experts say, but his case was unusual. He was not a public official, and Trump was not president at the time. He accepted money in the FBI's undercover sting, so his actions didn't clearly fit a standard bribery charge. So he would have to regain power and then also do the thing he said he was going to do when taking the money. Well, I wanted to show you this. First, Fox News, of course. Nothing about it. AOC said, who's the illegal now? Tom Homan. I would have added a bitch. Who's the illegal now? Bitch. But that was good. And of course, as I said, he is indistinguishable from canned meat. All right. Well, thank you for watching. This is just another example of the fact that this administration wants to find the criminals when actually they're the ones. This is probably the greatest criminal enterprise in American history in our White House. We're going to keep following this and other stories. So please do hit like, do subscribe if you are liking these videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.